Okay, so we're gonna go in a little test drive in David's 2014 EX.
I got both key fobs with me.
Okay.
Keyless remote. You can unlock the key.
So I'm gonna be in the passenger seat, of course. This car is pretty fancy. David! Holy crap, she moved!
Oh no, I moved her.
Okay, don't do that, man. That scares the crap out of me, dude.
Sorry.
She moved by herself. I'm like, dude, your waifu. Oh, damn, dude.
Sorry.
Holy crap. Dude, I was like, I seen that video in Japan, dude, where the doll moves by itself. Okay. I'm trying to get myself in. So, what kind of gas mileage do you get in the car?
I can get 40 mpg in this car if I drive.
In the city or all around?
On the highway.
On the highway?
All around, I get 32.
That's really good, though.
Yeah, so that's combined.
Okay, so how it starts up and
Yep.
so we're in the market again, and we're outside the market, and there's fairly busy traffic coming from the left or right, and so this is where that the blind spot camera, which is you see right there. I'm gonna point to it there. Yeah. Okay.
Just getting Bluetooth set up.
So you're pairing your cell phone to the car.
Yep.
So David has all the options. Remember, guys, it's I think he's got all the options.
Almost all the options. The only thing I'm missing is heated seats, which you get in the EXL, and navigation. But then you can pay $60 through the Apple Store and hook it through HDMI, and then you can make the navigation display right there through Honda Link.
Oh, for real? Okay. Yeah. So a lot of options on this car.
Yep. Okay.
If you're wondering what that Lamborghini is, that's David's radar detector. It looks like a toy, so the cops don't pull him over. Okay, so it's you see how? Oh, there we go. There, yep. The lane assist.
There you go.
I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on camera because there's kind of a glare, but it shuts it down, and then we're going here. So this is automatic with paddle shift, right?
Yep, paddle shifter.
So you can leave a full automatic and it'll shift itself.
Yep, I can still activate it.
Do you feel the difference when you do paddle shift versus fully automatic?
Yep, I do.
It keeps it in the rev range, right?
Yeah.
The power band? Okay. Yeah, automatics, especially with the 4-cylinders back in the... Because I'm an old school guy back in the 90s. So that's when during the initial D days for real, that's when we had to keep our cars with real 4 or 5 speeds. There was no such thing as paddle shift. It was, but there were expensive cars. But to get the power out of the 4-cylinders, you got to keep it up on the power band, rev really high and such. So yeah, the paddle shift is...
you can still activate paddle shifters. I'm in 4th gear. 3rd gear.
See. Okay, so you see the difference in the attack too. He's able to keep it up. But yeah, it's a pretty quiet car. We're actually already on the road here, guys. Everybody, and it's a kind of a gray day, about 3 o'clock. In March, just the beginning of March. So. But it's one thing that I was kind of surprised about versus the 2017 the dash doesn't come out like this. This is like a wraparound dash, kind of like.
This was a wraparound dash.
Yeah.
The new one was more more focused to the driver and to the person.
Yeah. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm not a skinny guy. I'm about 5'7", 5'8", and for me, where's David? Here's David's head. It's right up on there. So inside the cars, it's more compact than it looks like outside the car. But it's definitely a snug feeling car. With this, it's definitely a sportier feel. I remember when Honda first came out with that dash that came out like that. That was really hard for me to get used to. This is like a double tier dash.
It's their 2-tier dash.
Yeah.
In the 10th generation, they did away with it because they got a lot of people complaining and saying that they hated the 2-tone dash. Yeah,
it kind of the human mind, I think, is drawn. It's gonna your attention be split between the top or two. You're looking for that information. I think, the screen is really bright. Is it touchscreen?
Yep, touchscreen.
Oh dang. Okay, I'll go home. I didn't even. But yeah, so it's got a lot of stuff in there. a lot of things are going on top. I see on the right side of the speedometer, there's a miles per hour, or miles per gallon.
That's the MPG
estimate thing.
The
That's like
gauges.
that reminds me of the cars from the 1980s because I'm old school, dude. And I had there's a 200 SX that had a digital dash like this, nowhere near as fast, but it had all the little stuff like what the Japanese like to trick out back then. But it's a pretty bright dash, It's like
it is. I have the settings set to bright too. Okay. I can also control with this little iMid button right here that controls the iMid display.
Okay.
So I can function it to the blink screen, and I can turn it to the clock.
Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, what other functions it got?
I can change it to the audio screen.
Do you have audio controls in your steering wheel?
Yep, you have it right here.
Okay, so it's like, oh, okay, that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Okay, and then we're turning right, and then the camera just turned on, and that's really nice. That blind spot thing that should be standard. That should be standard. That blind spot mirror.
It's standard camera. On the EX and above models.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's not much on the dash here. There's just the fan controls, huh?
Yep,
what's this digital display?
It's the AC display.
Oh, is it an automatic air conditioner?
Yep, you have auto mode just by tipping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how reliable that'd be. Like I said, the earlier Japanese cars from the 80s and 90s. They were. The car moves. Oh, so you're doing manual shift, right, David?
Yep, manual shift.
So he's keeping it up at pretty high in the RPM range. So, there we go.
Econ mode lowers the RPM, and that helps with shifting too, because I can kick torque with Econ.
I can hear the engine.
Yeah.
So we hear this engine. We can hear way more than the 2017 because it's natural aspirated. Yeah. Oh, it kicks in pretty good though, David.
It does.
Yeah, pretty good. It kicks in pretty good. I'm surprised that you can keep it that high up in the. Yeah, so it is basically manual. It's just that it's using a paddle shift. And like I said, I've never really gotten used to paddle shift. I guess I'd had to own one of the paddle shift cars and drive it for a while.
This 9th generation's coupe, their CVT is programmed to act like like the Acura ILX or like the Acura's dual clutch, the 7-speed dual clutch system.
Okay.
Because this CVT shifts really fast. I can downshift and gain RPM again, and then kick torque right there.
Okay. Where's the? I can't even. So what RPM do you have to stay in to get the most power?
It says you get the most power straight at 4,500 RPM.
4,500. That's pretty high up there. It's not like the old VTECs of old where you had to get really, really high up there to get it. But
that was the old VTEC, but this one comes with iVTEC 1.8 liter. So you have direct injections, you have the iVTEC.
The car's pretty comfortable and stable on the highway too. It's a windy day actually outside, so some of our audio might be muffled when we're outside talking about the car. But yeah, it's pretty stable, and it's a sleek design, so it must cut through the air pretty well. So you can see the flag over there, and it's waving quite a bit. Yeah, so it is pretty quiet. It's looking at I don't know, David. I still don't think that I would be able to drive this car as much as naturally as I could drive some of the older cars with the dash not pushed out like that. But I think that if you grew up with this car, or so you guys with the newer generation for sure, But for us old school guys with where we felt like this is where it was at. This is where it was at in the old school cars like that, not like over here, So, somebody was on the side of the road there.
Honda Pilot too.
Dude, pilots are like gas guzzlers,
Well, not the newest 2016 to 2017.
Okay.
Because the new pilots now they're more fuel economy too. They even have a sport mode with paddle shifter now if you buy the Touring and Touring Elite.
Yeah, I think this car, especially the coupe version, is. For how tall are you, David?
I'm 5'8".
Okay, yeah. So Dave and I are about the same height, and I think that this would be about the limit for us. I don't think a big 6-footer, over 6-footer would fit in this car very well, So. I'm surprised at the engine noise. You know, I didn't think that we'd hear it, you know, because of the sound insulation. But yeah, you can definitely hear it. And it kicks pretty good. Do you feel torque steer?
Oh, I can feel it.
Okay. I don't want to show how fast you're going, but we're going pretty fast. Yeah, I don't want to show on camera how fast we're going. So, but yeah, definitely 0-60 is pretty quick in this car. You know, so. Do you have any of the? Do you remember any of the official stats in this car? For
I think not to 60 is still like 8.9 seconds. But when I took it to a quarter mile, I put premium fuel, put performance oil, and I was able to make the car hit 16.8 on the quarter mile.
Oh, okay, you took this to a drag strip?
Yeah, I took this car to a drag strip.
Where's a drag strip around here?
I went to Wisconsin, Rock Falls. It's like an hour.
You took this car an hour to the... Okay,
Yeah.
When you get there, what do? You just pay to use the strip?
You pay $40 to go in, race, and then you just race.
Race other people?
No, you race for time.
Okay, on the drag strip.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 people can go on the drag strip, but we mainly race against time. We don't race against each other.
Oh, okay. So you took this out to the strip. Wow, okay. Yes, it's pretty good, especially for the miles per gallon that you're getting out of this car, for sure. For sure. It's a pretty comfortable car too. How's it in the snow?
Well, it functions really well in the snow.
Does it have a limited slip? Oh, yeah, it is.
It does not have limited slip. Only the new 10th generation Civic hatchback gets the limited slip.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the new SIs, the 10th generation, will get the limited slip too.
Okay. That limited slip would help you in the drag strip.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's not part of the CVT.
Well, because Honda, they put in a strong CVT here for their Civics. Unlike most other people who go CVT, they just throw in economy one. Honda knows that they still want some of their racing heritage in some of their economy cars, so they throw in some of the good ones.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Honda is like Honda started out as a motorcycle company, so yeah, that's all. So it's cool how whenever you signal that rear view camera turns on, you know. And yeah, I took a look at the rear view camera. It looks like it's sealed pretty well. And you know, we're up here in the Twin Cities, you know, where we get crazy winters where it's bitter cold and such like that. It takes a real beating on the camera. So I didn't see any. David says that you never see any like fogging up on the cameras or anything like that.
No,
they're sealed though, so they're sealed pretty well.
You have proper insulation.
Yeah, and you see it's very, very clear, the picture. You know, so it's high resolution, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a very clear picture too. So David, the 2017 Civic that we test drove, you like that? So you're trying to get rid of this car?
I'm trying to get rid of this car. I mean, I don't really want to, but I just need a hatchback to fit more stuff. This car doesn't have a lot of space.
We'll show the actual space, you know.
Although this car has more space than the 2 Series BMWs.
So, yeah, because it's a little bit.
Because I sat behind the back seats of a 2 Series BMW, and man, even though I set the seat to 5'8" to my settings, I still hardly have any space in the back of that thing. Because I used to work at BMW, I was a detailer.
Oh, there's a 2017 Civic, yeah.
2017, but that's the EX model.
Okay.
You can always tell them by their trim level because of their wheels.
So that's the car that David wants to get, and we did a video on this car.
Sedan. I don't want the sedan. I want the hatchback.
It still looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice.
The sedan is really nice.
Yeah, we're not gonna show the old lady in the sedan, but yeah, we did a video on that, and we'll link the video on the bottom of this YouTube video too, so you can check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, the hatchback was roomy. I remember the hatchback was really roomy. I was really surprised, and it did have a godload of power too, you know.
Yeah.
So here's my feet here, guys, and this is this bumps against this. That's a little bit kind of strange there, but I'll turn around.
For 5'8" too, I still
Yeah.
have enough space.
Yeah, and then here's the back seat right there, and so not much space the seats fall down, but nothing compared to a hatchback. You know, hatchback just has that space.
Back to econ mode now.
Yeah.
I only go sport mode mainly on highway, and I just do econ driving when I'm in the city.
It's cars these days have changed quite a bit from when I was like younger, because you know this car reminds me with the amount of space outside. Back then the Japanese, you know, they didn't do wraparound, so there'd be like a flat dash, and the space inside would be a little bit more than you would expect, you know. So but now cars are I don't know, it's kind of strange, you know. I guess it's a design preference. Like I said, in the new 2017, the dash is totally different from this, you know, dash, and interior space seems to be pushed out.
They made it look like
Yeah.
it looks flat, but it actually is not flat looking. It's still really curved, really outgoing. I say it looks like the interior of a supercar when I sit inside the Civic hatch or the Civic sedan and the Civic coupe. It really does look like a supercar inspired design vehicle to me when I sit in the new Civics. This is still pretty good too. It's kind of like one of them old supercar design, but it's still a great interior design for it.
Oh yeah, it looks great. It looks great. You know, it's just interesting to see how, you know, design changes in generations. But yeah, now look like man, is that a Caddy in front of us?
Yeah, that's a Cadillac.
A Cadillac. When they never, I thought
think,
that
that is an ATS-V, so that's the racing one.
Oh, okay. I know there's some Caddies that are super fast, supercar fast. Is that the one? Oh,
Yeah,
then
that's supposed to be one of them, the ATS-V.
we just passed one of those Dodge Challengers too, which is a freaking boat. You know, I mean, it looks like a boat too. It looks like it's going to.
I mean, the Challengers are nice, but they don't really. The Hellcats, it's kind of. It's good that you have 707 horsepower for the Hellcat, but it's a little disappointing.
Oh, that looks a little bit nicer than I expected.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks a little bit nicer because some of the older Cadillacs are too angular. You know, and I was a little bit surprised in that. So, yeah, I don't know. There's some domestic cars that recently domestic cars have started to get some styling. You know, like better styling for sure. You know, it's the Challenger. It just doesn't do it for me. The shape looks like the old school Challenger. Oh dang, Dave!
I was doing a little launch control.
Launch control. Oh, okay. Oh, it does. It's pretty quick. Yeah, a little bit quicker. Yeah, there's more torque than I expected in this car, for sure. Yeah. But I was gonna say, yeah, the Challenger. No, it just doesn't do it for me. I know it's got power, but it just doesn't do it for me. That's not the type of car that, you know.
I have test driven the Challenger. I test driven the V6 and the V8 RT. I can't get that car to kick torque, even in the 8-speed dual clutch or the 6-speed manual.
Well, I thought those were low-end torque engines, you know, and stuff like that.
They're supposed to be low in torque, but I can't get them to kick the torque. Even in paddle mode, and I was like, it's not doing it for me. Because when I drove the Ford Mustang, it's rear-wheel drive too. They're all rear-wheel drive. Only the Ford Mustang can kick the torque with its rear wheel. Because when I did launch
maybe
control,
a better drivetrain, you know.
Yeah. Because they put, what Ford does, they give you like multiple limited slip differential choices, whereas in Dodge and Chevy, you're just stuck with that one, and that's it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ford is there's Ford, you know, in Europe too, Cosworth, you know,
Yeah.
and they're a whole different, you know, the European, you know, the Brits and the Europeans, they have a different take on cars, you know. So I know that Ford has a lot of styling cues from Europe, you know, like that Ford, what was that?
Ford Fusion.
Yeah, the Ford Fusion that looks like a. Oh look at that RX-7.
An RX-7.
Yeah.
Rare to see.
It's all souped up, yeah. So yeah, we see some cars, you know, these days. So it's interesting. On this trip, we saw a few, you know, good cars, you know.
One night when I was coming home from work, I went to get gas, and then after I got gas, I left home. I was on 494. I saw a Ferrari F12 Berlinta drove on the highway. I was like, that's a freaking Ferrari.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've seen a lot of supercars on some of the suburbs, you know, around the Twin Cities too. So yeah, football players do. Football players and some other you know, a lot of rich CEOs around here, you know, or you know,
BMW that I used to work at, the family group that owns is the Pollard Group, and they own the Minnesota Twins. And so they get BMWs at a high discount price if you're a Twins. If you're one of the Twins baseball players, because the Twins baseball player, they bring their like BMW M series SUVs to get cleaned by us.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
It's really busy in the market today, so it looks like people are just backing up, and we're being backed up on the road too. So, like I said, this is an parking environment where those cameras come in really handy.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, David. Oh, does she have the thing?
That's not a handicap spot. That's a normal spot.
Okay, you're about to make somebody handicapped by running them over, but okay. Yeah. Dang, man. No, I've seen some people. Okay, the what?
I mean, what I like about Honda is they still make it where you can still hear the turn signal. As in when I drove Toyota Camry and Toyota Corolla, you can't hear the turn signal.
Really?
Yeah, I can't really.
Oh, that's messed up. Yeah, you need to hear that turn signal.
I can't even hear the Kia Optimas or the Kia Forte.
Yeah, so you don't even know if it's blinking or not, or you still got it on or not. There's a Tesla.
Oh yeah, that's the pharmacist Tesla.
Yeah.
But that's his first generation. It was a 2012 model.
He used to drive a Ferrari to the market all the time. He has his Ferrari, but he didn't want it to get dinged up, I think. And he just got that Tesla.
Yeah, you gotta keep that Ferrari nice, man.
Dude, yeah, here's the market. You see a lot of old Asian women who are happy.
There's another 10th generation. That's the EX.
Oh, there's the red one.
EX.
Yeah.
They threw Pikachu and Charmander in the back.
Yeah, at this market, man, if you want to have a nice car, be careful. Don't even come here. You know, if you do park on the side, so the old ladies don't just open the door and clunk it, you know, and ding your car. Wow, it's packed, huh?
Yeah, it is. Richie wants the TSX right there, Acura TSX.
Yeah, they're all right. You know, I've driven them. They're pretty good. Yeah. They just, I don't know. They just cost a lot to repair.
So we got another TSX with aftermarket rims.
I mean, the TSX. I mean, those front up in the where we live, where there's snow. You know, yeah, front wheel drive sports cars are way more common. You know, to get rear wheel drive, you just basically garage them during the winter. That's a Scion?
It's not actually supposed to be called Scion anymore. It's called the Toyota IM.
Scion's dead now.
Yeah, Scion's dead. I call it Toyota IM.
Oh, it looks better.
Yeah.
The front end looks better, at least.
It's actually just the Toyota Corolla.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all right then.
It's a Toyota Corolla hatchback, is what it is. But they didn't want to call it that, so they call it the Toyota IM now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what is that Beamer right there?
That is a 3 Series BMW. That is 2015, and it's the base model. You know it's the base model because it has reflector headlights.
Damn, David, you know, yeah. David knows his stuff, okay, guys?
I clean the whole shit to those cars, man, because people lease and buy those cars.
Let me see if I like it or not. I mean, it's...
I mean, I like BMWs, but I prefer the fully loaded ones.
The rear end is still from the previous model year. It looks like, you know, from the Beamer.
It does, but 2016, 2017, they changed them.
Everybody wants to back up too, you know, that's what I noticed, you know. Oh, there you go, David. You got one right there. I guess coming out. Yeah, and then we can
I say RAV4, even with its new design, it still looks pretty ugly.
It's a RAV. It's meant for utility, you know, so practicality more.
The CRV is a whole lot better and a whole lot stronger.
Whoa! See, this is where rear view camera comes in handy. Yeah, so talking about the ladies that don't look.
You don't even get cameras in Toyota Corolla, not even the base models. Where Honda, you get a base model, you still get a backup camera.
Okay. Well, let's somebody's alternator belt is loose.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's we're getting out of the car. The waifu has been sleeping, so she's got red eyes too. Oh my god, and leggings. Okay, but yeah, if you can see the rear of the car, not much space at all, you know, and the back trunk has quite a bit of space, but like compared to the 2017 Civic that we posted up I think a month ago or so. Yeah, it's just
you get 11.5 cubic feet of space. It's pretty big, but the new 10th generation, because they shortened the back end more for the 10th generation, you get 10.4 cubic feet of space now.
okay.
So you lost an inch. I mean, this is pretty nippy because I still fit a whole lot of things. Car seats. I need to put these on my front seats. They're seat covers.
Well, David, you said you want to sell the car, right?
No, I do want to sell a car.
So anybody on YouTube who wants it, you know, this has been a quick test drive of the car to show what it's all about and what it has in there and all the options, and it's loaded of options. And so if any
know about pricing, do call me. I'll try to put my number in the description.
well, don't put the private message, David.
Oh yeah, private.
Yeah, you can private message him on YouTube, you know. And if David put this on my channel too.
Yeah.
You can private message me too. So whoever catches it on whoever's channel, private message us, and we'll get you all the details and contact information. But it's definitely a really good car. He's taking care of it, and David, you're a detailer, so
I keep it clean. It has paint protection. You'll get the paint protection package box to keep it nice. If you want back car too, I am offering the car with a 1-year maintenance. So you bring the car back to me, I'll do the oil change. I'll change the oil filter. I'll change the alternator belt for you, and I'll keep it running for you for 1 year. I'll also give you a $100 iTunes gift card. You can use like.
There you go. You get a gift card too. Okay. The thing that's really important, like I said, is most, you know, if you had a black car before, you know how hard it is to keep this kind of polish on it and this kind of, you know, finish on it. And so like if David's offering that for a while.
I've been polishing it too, and I'll keep it polished for you too if you want to buy the car.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, David.
All right.
But thanks for watching, everybody. Any comments, you know, questions, post them on the bottom of the video, and we'll see you again soon.
Yep. See you guys again.
Yep.